Welcome back, trainer. So it looks like our next community day is actually going to be Abra. So this is very interesting here. I actually was at the Glasgow Fest, right? And I completed my Jirachi quest as fast as possible so I can get down to the Abra spawns and try to find myself a shiny. But unfortunately, those were accidentally released and not even on my day. So take a look at the shinies here. Those are going to be the bottom row. The regular ones are going to be at the top. The only significant difference is going to be the Alakazam with the pink to brown. And then the other ones are going to be a little bit a lighter color there. Now, if you're not too interested in this, as we're going to be taking a look at the moves here, not really too convincing, you still may want to pursue this and hold on to a couple with this special community day move because we just might get Mega Alakazam in the future. Now, we also have some other information regarding a possible another Colossal Event, but it's not going to be called the Colossal Event. It's actually going to be called Investigating Illusions. So this is going to be going apparently alongside the Community Day for Alakazam on March 22nd from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. Just like we've seen for the Colossal Event, but it was not overlapping into a Community Day. So I do not have all the information and exactly what's going on here with this, but we will get into a bit of speculation. So there was a few lines here that are convincing me the A drive that is probably pointing towards Genesect release. Now, what we've seen with the Regigigas was it was released for the people who paid for the Colossal Pass, and then later on into the EX raids, and now nobody really cares too much because, you know, Regigigas, some of you are fans, but for the most part, it's just not relevant. You can find usability in the Master League, but for the most part, not so much, right? But as far as Genesect goes, folks, this thing is actually going to be very good. It's going to be a bug and steel type. So the Abra Community Day is going to be taking place on March 22nd. So prepare yourself accordingly. Investigating Illusions. So, what could that possibly... I don't think it's going to really be Arceus. A couple of people are asking me, is it Arceus, do you think, for this next paid pass? I don't think so, but you never know. As far as everything else outside of the Abra Community Day, this is pretty much kind of speculation. So we'll just have to see. Am I going to purchase it? Of course I am. You guys know. And if you're like, well, you're going to support Niantic for these paid events and they're going to keep doing it. Well, guys, this is my channel. I have to cover everything, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what Alakazam can learn for Community Day. Now, I have a couple of guesses here. So level up moves, nothing too significant. TM moves, you know, there's some good things in here, but nothing that I think Niantic's actually going to give it. Seismic Toss, I don't think so. It already has Shadow Ball. Dream Eater is a move that I think it might get. Does that make sense? Not really. But does Charm make sense in Pokemon Go? Not really, because it doesn't do damage in the main game. So they can write their own rules here, folks. All right, as far as the moves are concerned, apparently. Taking a look at some more level up moves, no. Going into the TMs though, Psyshock. I think that is probably what it's gonna get. Now this is gonna be for more people who like to PvP. It feels like Niantic is pushing more PvP movesets, as we clearly seen in the last Community Day vote lineup. The only Pokemon that really found relevancy outside of PvP was going to be Rhyperior. Everything else was strictly for PvP. I mean, what are you going to do with the Superpower Dragonite outside of PvP? Nothing. Taking a look at the Move Tutor moves. There's, you know, a good amount of moves in here, but Ice Punch and all that other stuff, I don't think so. It's either going to possibly be Dream Eater or Psyshock. So you never know. This is all speculation on what the move is going to be, but the Community Day has been confirmed here. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what it's going to look like as far as the damage output. So top Psychic type attackers, you have Mewtwo, of course, with Confusion and Psy Strike, and then Psycho Cut and Psy Strike Mewtwo. And then if we go down, we see Confusion and Psychic Alakazam, and then Psycho Cut and Psychic. All right, so what if they did this? What if they made the Legacy return and they gave it Psychic when you did evolve it during that day? I mean, that's a little weird. That would be a little weird. Remove it so you can't, you know, make it a Legacy and then all of a sudden bring it back. I mean, it's not like some crazy thing that we've never seen them do before, because they're constantly making Legacy Pokemon being able to, you know, TM into them. So going into the next page here, so we can finally see Alakazam with Confusion and Psyshock. So Yeah, this is not necessarily, like I said, something you're going to specifically want for rating, although it's not going to be horrible. But also keep in the back of your mind that when Mega Evolutions do come around, you may want to have this, much like Ampharos with Dragon Pulse, right? I mean, everybody's like, why in the world does it have Dragon Pulse? This was a long time ago. I do believe it's gearing it up for its Mega Evolution. Okay, so same goes for this, and if it did Mega Evolve with that move, it would be pretty good, although I mean, it's going to still be relevant for PvP, but I don't know how that's going to work with Megas, so we're not going to go down that road there. Taking a look at PvP stats here, Alakazam with Psycho Cut and Psyshock is going to be underneath all of the Mewtwo's, of course, and Meloetta, but Meloetta's not even in the game yet. And then right behind it is going to be Confusion and Psyshock. So just wanted to throw those stats out there. We do not know at all what the move is going to be, but I just wanted to do a little bit of speculation, seeing that you guys like that kind of stuff. So there you go. I think it's going to get Dream Eater or possibly Psyshock. All right, now taking a look at Genesect stats. Now this may very well be the next Colossal Pass style paid event. All right, so A Drive, it's very convincing that that's pointing towards Genesect. Because those are items that help it in the main series games. It has 3 different types. I wouldn't call them forms necessarily. Burn, Chill, Douse, and Shock. Now what's going to happen here is they're going to learn different moves. As you can see, the names kind of coincide with the moves that they can learn there. Burn, you know, fire, and then ice here. So it should be pretty interesting. And this is, like I said, going to be a Pokemon we're going to want to have. You're going to want to pursue the EX raids, because now I don't even shoot. I couldn't even tell you how many EX raids I've skipped because it's just inconvenient. And Regigigas is just, I don't care about it anymore. I've got plenty of them and it's just kind of out of the way, you know. But as far as this goes, I won't miss any of them. I won't miss any. It's kind of like a Mewtwo deal. You don't want to miss it because it's really going to be that good. And if you want to know how good it is, we'll be taking a look at those stats here. Of course, it is going to be only weak to fire, much like the other bug and steel types, and resisting a ton of things. So this is another reason why it is going to be good. All right, steel and bug type, such a good typing here. Taking a look at all of the bug types, we have Volcarona with Bug Bite and Bug Buzz sitting at 15.2 DPS. And then right behind it, we have Genesect with Fury Cutter and X-Scissor sitting at 14.5. So Genesect is going to be outperforming Pinsir, and as you can see, Excalibur is going to be outperforming Scizor, however you like it, with Bug Bite and Mega Horn getting a buff recently. If you did not know that, it's going to be right behind Pinsir. Pretty awesome. As a matter of fact, it's going to have a better DPS times TDO than Pinsir is. But Volcarona, not in the game yet. When that does come in, I expect it to be Gible rare, right? Or Riolu rare. You can't even find Riolus in the wild, so basically you're just going to have to hatch them. Gible's extremely rare unless we do get an event. But even in that case, they're still rare. So Volcarona should be pretty rare when it comes in. Don't expect to get a bunch of them all the time. So maybe save up rare candies. So Genesect's looking really good, guys. As far as a pure steel type attacker, it does perform well in that aspect too, with Metal Claw and Magnet Bomb. So it is going to be slightly behind Excadrill. And of course, Metagross is always going to reign supreme in this, especially when, yet again, another Mega Evolution talk. When it does get its Mega Evolution, absolutely nasty, but that's kind of irrelevant to the point here. So Genesect, though, at the end of the day, is something you definitely want to pursue. As far as this whole event that's coming up, paid event, we do not 100% know. So we're not going to say, you know, go out there and get ready to buy it. But you never know. It's going to be coinciding with this community day, apparently. But yet again, we do not know all of the details. Niantic could switch it up, right? As far as a pure bug type attacker in PvP, it's looking pretty good as well. So Genesect looking fantastic. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, trainers. Thank you for watching. Share it with your friends if you found it useful, and I'll be catching you all next time.